Hi, I'm Ken Levine, the creative director of Rational Games, and we're here today to show you a little bit of Bioshock. And we had a great E3 this year with Bioshock, and this is our first chance to show you, the gamers, what we're trying to do. Well, what are we trying to do? It's pretty ambitious. What we're trying to do is to redefine what it means to be a first-person shooter. Our goal is to put a stake in the heart of all those cliches you've been playing for years in first-person shooters. The linear corridors, the very static environments, and the cookie-cutter AIs. Now, we understand that's a pretty lofty goal, and it's really going to be up to you guys to decide whether we succeed. But with that said, let's go to the world of Rapture and take a look at Bioshock. Welcome to Rapture. Rapture is an underwater utopia built by a bunch of dreamers who decided to get away from what they saw as a world falling apart in the late 1940s, after World War II. They wanted to be free of the threat of governments and the nuclear bomb that hung over everybody's head, and the religious powers that be that tried to tell them what kind of lives to live. So they decided to build this beautiful utopia, the city under the water, so they could try out these philosophies. Now, Rapture was filled by incredible people, the most incredible scientists, architects. It's a place of extraordinary people, but when you come down to Rapture, you see a world that's fallen apart. One of the things we tried to do is to redefine what AIs can do in first-person shooters, and the way we tried to do that is by giving them unique and incredible relationships that you haven't seen in other games. With that said, let's take a look at one of the first AIs we're going to show you in Bioshock. Now, if you step forward, as Joe steps forward here, you'll hear the approaching footsteps of a Big Daddy. Now, the Big Daddies won't bother you if you don't bother them. They're genetically modified protectors of characters we call the Little Sisters. And the Little Sisters live in these vents you see over here. Now, what does a Little Sister do? The most important resource in the world of Rapture is something called Atom. The genetic material that powers all the genetic mutations that gives everybody their incredible powers in Bioshock. Here comes the Little Sister. Now, her job is to go around the world and find the only source of this atom, this genetic material. And where does she find it from? Well, you're about to find out. But Joe, don't get too close to her. Whoa, Joe got a little too close to her. You see, she gets terrified and she runs behind her protector, the Big Daddy, who warns you off. Okay. Now, if you step back, if you get too close, he'll push you back. But now, if you step back, he won't fight you. He'll just warn you off. You see, to stay away from her. Okay, so let's step back, Joe, and let them go about their business. Now, what is her business? Her job is to find Adam, and she finds it where?
Look, Mr. Bubbles, Adam!
In the dead bodies that populate the city. And you can see how she gets it out of these bodies. Through this tool she has. Now, but the atom's inert, and it needs to be recycled to be brought back to life. How does she do that? In her own body. Okay, so now the question you have is, do you exploit this little girl like the world has exploited them and take the atom from her by force?
Come on, let's go!
Or do you find another way to get Adam, maybe even by helping these little girls? Up to the player to decide. We don't make those moral choices for the player. We leave it up to them. You'll even find opportunities later on to become the protectors, maybe, of these little girls through genetic modification, or even have the Big Daddies think you're the Little Sisters, and they'll protect you. Manipulating the eyes, working with the eyes, exploiting the eyes is a huge part of this game. Now, another part of this game is the fact that the player is always starving for resources, always on the search for resources. And right now, Joe doesn't have any ammo for his gun. So he's going to head in the store and see if he can find some ammo. It's a little dark in this store, so let's turn on the light. Oh, but Joe seems to have activated this turret. Joe, let's head behind the counter and get some cover. Well, this turret's taking chunks out of him. Watch out, duck down. You can see everything in the world of Bioshock is interactive. Every bottle, every cash register, everything. You can even drink the alcohol from the bottles, and that will have an effect on him in the game. Now he searches the cash register, and he doesn't find any bullets for his gun, but he finds some atom, which is it's the money of this world, the genetic material that drives everything. Now, but fortunately, there's more items downstairs in the store. You can see from that sign. It's our lame little joke. So let's head downstairs to look for more bullets. But I don't want to get shot. We don't want to get shot by this turret again too badly. Let's use one of the first plasmids we have in the game. This is called Speed Boost. Plasmids are like our X-Men-like genetic powers. And Joe's going to use a Speed Boost plasmid now to move quickly past this turret. So let's activate the Speed Boost, and he zips by without taking a hit. So let's head downstairs. Now, one of the great things about Bioshock is it's a shooter that doesn't have the traditional monsters you've seen in games, like, you know, guys with flaming skulls and rocket launchers. The people in Rapture were just regular people from the period, from the 40s and 50s, trying to get by, trying to survive in a world falling apart. And you can see this woman genetically modified to become what we call a splicer. And she's just a regular person who had to modify herself to survive. You can see some of the physical effects the genetic modifications had on her. She didn't make it. Let's search her body and see if we can find some resources. Good, we got some bullets on her body. Let's grab some more bullets there. Now let's head upstairs. Now you can see even the gun. You can modify your own weapons in Bioshock. And the gun, you can see it's just a regular pistol that Joe's modified to be more powerful with stuff he's found around the world. Oh, watch out for those fish. Now, there's a security station up here. Now, Joe is going to use this security station to, if he wants to later on, to take control of the security system, which is something he can do. Like we said, all the eyes of the world there's hundreds of ways to interact with them. Security station is one of them. But let's leave this security station for now and move on down the hallway here. As we head on down the hallway, we have to be careful because Joe's just been jumped by one of these splicers here. And he's going to get into a combat with her. You can see this woman's been genetically modified. She's even called a ceiling climber. She could actually... Whoa. She could actually jump up to the ceiling and throw these projectiles at Joe. And Joe's having a hard time fighting her because he's got the wrong kind of ammo to fight her. Oh, but he finally got her. Took a bunch of rounds and Joe took a bunch of damage. Let's search her body and head on to see if we can find some more resources. We head down the corridor, and there we see a body which may have some goodies on it. But there is a security camera up there. So what do? Lots of options here, like everything in Bioshock. It's all about choice, all about options. We can head back to the security system to shut down and take control of the camera, but that takes the atom. We could shoot the camera, but that takes bullets. We don't have a lot of bullets. So let's try to just zip past the camera and hope it doesn't spot us while we search this body. So zip by it, Joe. You can even hear the music of the world endlessly playing on the phonograph. Oh, Joe got spotted by the camera, and here comes some reinforcements, some security bots. Joe's gonna duke it out with this guy. I defeated that one, but they're gonna keep coming, so Joe's gotta get back to that security station while he's taking damage here, and use it to shut down the security system. Okay, shut it down, Joe. That cost Adam. But you see, he didn't have to destroy that bot. Now he can actually, if he wanted to, we're not going to do it right now, but he could actually take control of this bot, and it would follow him around and protect him. Let's keep moving. Now we can see Sophia's Salon here, a clothing store. Maybe there's some materials in here we can use. Hey, look, on the counter, there's a plasmid. Now, we talked about the plasmids before. We had to use the speed boost before. This is an even more powerful plasmid called Splicer Irritant. Let's pick it up. We're not going to use it right now, but it may come in handy. Head back across the hallway. This bar here, and we can see some bullets in the water on the ground. We'll talk about water in a bit in this game, the role it has. Okay, we got some anti-personnel bullets, which is good, because if we come across any more splicers, those are the right kind of ammo to use against them. Okay, watch. I think I hear somebody. Okay, Joe's about to be ambushed from behind it by another ceiling crawler, but now he's got the right kind of ammo to deal with her. So this fight can go a lot more in his way. 2 shots took care of her with the right kind of ammo. Nice, Joe. So search her, get some goodies from her. Let's heal. Let's take a moment, heal up, reload the weapon. Maybe. Oh, what's this? I think there's a big daddy coming. You can hear his heavy footsteps in the hallway. And again, now he's not going to bother us if we don't bother him. But maybe actually there's a way to turn him to our advantage if we get into more trouble with more splicers. Right now he's just going through the world searching dynamically. It's all dynamic, none of it's scripted. searching for another little sister to help, to escort. Now, another great thing about Bioshock is just the open-ended nature of the environment. It's just you can go anywhere. There's different areas of the mall to explore. You can go back and search for more stores. You can go into any of these bathrooms. We're not one linear extended corridor like a lot of first-person shooters are. We want to give players that freedom of exploration. But let's head into one of the bathrooms here. You can see something we're really proud of in Bioshock. We really want to give the player the feeling that the world, the ocean is coming back in to claim the city of Rapture. And to that end, we've hired a team of guys just to work on water effects, a water programmer and a water artist. And you can see some of the amazing water effects we have in the game. Look, and I'm not a technical expert here, so I can't tell you all the things that are going on. That's for another story. That's going on technically, but our goal was just to make the player feel like the ocean's trying to drown him, and I think we really achieve that emotionally. Now you see here is a plasma quick. Now remember, Rapture's a world where if you're not happy with how good looking you are, how strong you are, how smart you are, even the size of your sexual organs, well, you can change that through the plasma quick. It's a place to genetically modify yourself on the fly. That's the kind of city this place is. So let's use this machine. We go into it here, and you can see we have the speed boost plasma we were using before. Let's swap it out for the aggressor irritant we just picked up in the clothing store. Now that may come in handy real soon. So let's head out of the bathroom now. We'll head into the mall area. The world's full of things to interact with. There's a vending machine here where you can even buy stuff from. You hear that insane clown cackling. The mascot of that machine. Okay, now here we are in the mall area, and there's the record store we need to go to, but unfortunately, there's a splicer in front of it, and a big daddy and a little sister. Now we can fight all of them, but maybe there's another way to deal with this problem. Let's use the big daddy to our advantage to deal with this splicer. Let's use our new plasmid, called aggressor irritant. Throw it at him, and when she sees him, she goes after him thinking he's you, and they're going to start duking it out. Let's use a distraction to go into the record store, Joe. And they're going to fight it out. It's not your problem anymore. Okay, we're in the record store here. You can still hear them duking it out back there. Now, sometimes when we've done this demo, the fight comes into the record store. I don't know if that's going to happen this time. They're still duking it out. But let's head up the balcony here, and there's the object we've been looking for in this demo, that yellow disc down there. Well, we have a problem. We've got another splicer guarding it down there. She's just going about her business, searching that body. And there's another problem, which is a security camera, which is watching the whole scene. Well, we can fight them both, or maybe there's another way to deal with this problem. Let's use another plasmid called security beacon. Let's cast that on her. And now the camera thinks she's you. Remember those bots you had to deal with before? Well, guess what? Now they're her problem. They're going to start duking it out down there. Meanwhile, you can take out the camera while they fight it out. All your problems are being dealt with by them, by the AIs of the world, instead of you having to fight everybody on your own. Well, let's head down here. Grab that disc we wanted. It gives you a message to help you progress through the level. Now, the guy talking is Sander Cohen, who's this insane musician who's trapped you in this level. And you can see a picture of him on an ad for one of his albums up on the wall there. And one of the things you found out is that he had this woman, Anna Culpepper, killed. You can see her on the poster over there for making an album that mocked his music. Now he's trapped you in this level, and you're trying to get out. But you're about to learn he might have some tricks up his sleeve. You can see he set up an ambush for you. Uh-oh. You're in the dark. And Cohen's sent in some trouble. Thanks for taking a look at Bioshock. We hope to show you some more real soon.